Du tittar på Vakna med NRJ. Live i kanal 5 och på radio.
Vakna med NRJ, Martin Björk, Jakob Ökvist, Isabella Fröberg rullar vidare med One Republic i studion. Drew, I need to ask you, where are you based?
I am living in Los Angeles, which is where we actually we started the band in LA about 9 years ago, and then sort of gradually as we started touring and spending more and more time on the road, and the time off that we had became less and less. We all just sort of, we didn't really have to be in the same city all of the time.
No, but I think it's strange though, because you live in Denver and another guy in the band, he lives in Chicago. So
Zach,
I don't know how you get together.
Zach lives in Chicago. I live in Denver. Eddie lives in Denver. Drew divides his time between Denver. So 3 out of 5 of us spend a lot of time in Denver. And then Brent used to live in Denver. Okay. So at one point we had 4 of the 5 of us in Denver. But in the last year, once you go on tour, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Not. Because it's like, I was in Australia last week. Now I'm in Sweden. Tomorrow's, Berlin.
Yeah. You have a lot of money and you fly everywhere.
You have to know a Swedish guy named Peter Forsberg.
We do happen to know a Swedish guy named Peter Forsberg.
Yeah, he's a very popular man in Denver.
Of course he is.
Of course. Yeah. But with all this touring, you fly a lot, and I've heard that one of you is afraid of flying. Is that true?
Oh God, I hope not. I mean, I hope not. If somebody, is Zach afraid of flying?
Zach doesn't
we
like
thought
flying.
it was you.
Yeah.
I mean, I went through a period of time for probably about a year where I was intensely, I had, every time I'd go up in an airplane, I was convinced that would be the last time.
This is the last trip.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. Because, we had a couple close calls in some airplanes. I've had 2 really bad experiences.
Russia
and then
of course in Russia. They always happen in Russia.
I hate sliding in there.
But, we love Russia. We love going. I mean, we've toured there a couple times. Some beautiful people. Some really good times. But let's just say that on the flights, I think it was on Aeroflot actually, on their standardized airline, and we had definitely a near-death experience.
Oh my God!
As close as you could get to crashing in a major commercial airline without actually crashing.
Oh my God.
We actually, in a way, I mean, we actually slammed into the tarmac and bounced twice and then took off again.
Oh my God.
In a 727.
Oh my God.
Isn't the latest song about a plane crash?
Yeah, it's about being in a plane going down. It doesn't really sound, like that, but that was the inspiration. I can't bring myself to just write. It's the only up-tempo, or it's not the only up-tempo, it's the only kind of, electronic leaning song on the album. Okay. And very much in, Swedish House Mafia inspired. And it's the, I can't, kind of like, speaking of Swedish House Mafia, if you think of like, Don't You Worry Child, it's a dance record, but lyrically it's not, doesn't have anything to do with going out and dancing. And that's kind of the thing with If I Lose Myself. It has nothing to do with going out and putting on your high heels,
party dress,
your party dress and living it up on a Friday night.
Can I just ask you shortly, Apologize, a huge success with that one.
Yeah.
Are you afraid that this one is not going to make it that big?
I've never been afraid of anything, really, since Apologize, because to me that was an anomaly. There's hit songs and then there's Apologize. And Apologize was so big, and in the US it's the #1 song, the biggest radio and overall hit of the last 10 years.
Wow.
So thank you. So for
will you be on my Instagram later?
So for me, that's like, it's stupid to try and it was a remix.
Yeah.
So the other thing is that version doesn't even really sound like our version that much. I mean, it's similar, but it's much more of a dance record. And so as much as we loved how big it was kind of also like, well, when it came out, I thought, well, that'll be the biggest hit. We'll have many other hits, but that will be the biggest one because
And this might be the one though, if I lose myself.
I hope so. It'd be amazing.
So
Yeah.
thank you guys
That's good.
for joining us in the studio, and let's listen to the song, okay?
Let's do it, please.
Here we go.
Live i kanal 5 och på radio. Vakna med Energy.
NRJ.